we're in the kitchen with Taste of Hope. Thank you for joining us today. And I have a wonderful guest chef with me, Verta Looper. Hi, Verta.
Hi, Katey. So I'm in one of my favorite places, the kitchen.
Yay! So we're going to be making an awesome recipe for you today. But first, I want to let Verta talk a little bit more. We are so blessed to have her. She is our board chair for Hope. And of course, she's going to let you know what else. She has multiple talents. I know I see her at every FAN event. FAN is a new movement called, and the FAN stands for Faith, Activity, and Nutrition, and it's being developed and executed in the churches in the area. So tell us about yourself, Verta.
Oh, well, thank you, Katey. Well, I'm a Lancaster native, and I grew up loving food, loving cooking. My parents garden. I always helped them. At least I thought I was helping. But anyway, I love it. I love it. I love it. So I retired to volunteer work. So that's what happened. I retired from mental health in Georgia. I came back home to my native roots, and I'm here doing all sorts of volunteer work in the community, including Hope in Lancaster, which I truly love. So it's just a delight to be here today, especially in the kitchen.
Well, awesome. So today we are making flatbread. Flatbread is really popular right now. All the really nice restaurants. Matter of fact, we went to Charleston this weekend and they were on the menu, and they are very fancy on the menu. I think I got a mushroom flatbread with cashew miso and peanut pesto drizzle, and so it was delicious. Fig and prosciutto are also really popular on flatbread, but they are so easy to make, and so we're going to make them here in the kitchen for you today, and you're going to see how easy they are to make. Now, flatbread takes the main ingredient is the bread, and flatbread is, the meaning of it is unleavened, and so I believe it is Greek in nature, and but you know, we kind of Americanized it, and we can use any type of bread. I'm using, this is a tandoori flatbread, and that's basically what you need, is a flat bread. So it's not a thick bread, it's a little bit more firm. Verta's going to make her flatbread on pita.
Oh yes, delicious pita bread.
Yeah, so we'll start out with our bread, and we're going to build on top of our bread. Now, I have seen a pattern in the flatbreads. They usually have a cheese, they usually have some type of a protein, they usually have a fruit, maybe some herbs, and maybe like drizzle on top, or even like a pesto or a sun-dried tomato. Whatever you like, you can put on your flatbread. I've seen great recipes with just pesto and garlic, or garlic and butter flatbread. And then what they do is they take a pizza cutter and cut up the slices in a neat design at the end. So we will start building our flatbread for you. Verta has an idea of what she likes here, and I'm going to start building mine as well. So my first one I'm going to go with is some prosciutto. And I could cut this up in strips, or I could lay it on my flatbread. You can also brush your flatbread with oil if you wanted like an olive oil, but I'm going to put some pesto on it so it's going to get enough oil. So dig in, Verta.
Okay. Well, I love fruit, so I'm going to start with one of my favorite fruits, and that's, I think, a few peaches.
Nice. And that's a great thing about these flatbreads. So you notice the combination of foods are sweet, they're salty, they are, you might even have a little bit of sourness in some of the fruit. But so they bring all the flavors they explode in your palate because you taste all of those flavors at once. All right, so next I am going to go with the feta. And like pizza, they put a lot of sauce. They put a lot of cheese. On the flatbreads, you really want to sprinkle the cheese throughout. And what kind of cheese are you going to use, Verta?
You know, I think I might use a combination of this honey goat cheese and also just a little bit of mild cheddar cheese. I think I would try.
Nice. That goat cheese is very popular on the flatbreads right now. And drizzle that throughout my flatbread. We preheated our oven to 400, and so it's getting nice and hot. They usually stay in there for about 15, maybe 20 minutes. You can check on them. And also I wanted to mention that we have some pancetta here. I kind of pre-cooked the pancetta, and we also have some caramelized onions that we pre-cooked. So really that's up to you. Do you want some caramelized onions?
Yes,
maybe?
yes. I use onions in so many foods, so yes, I'm eager to use it with my flatbread.
Yeah, that's going to be a great little taste. And they're going to caramelize even more. I just sauteed them in a little bit of oil, but they're going to caramelize even more in the oven. So they're going to give not only a nice taste, but a nice crunch to the bread. Oh, this is looking good. I almost have to stop myself because I want to keep adding things on there. But I have salty, I'm going to have crunchy, I need some sweet. So I think I'm going to go with a little combination of apples and figs. Do you like figs?
Oh, I love figs. I just remember growing up and eating fig preserves. And of course, now I still eat figs occasionally as an appetizer.
Nice.
So yes, I love figs.
They're so pretty too. I love how they look, but they add that little sweet taste to our flatbread. And these are some figs that came from our Kristen Dixon's garden. So they are fresh picked figs. All right, so I have pretty much all my flavors, but you know what I love doing? Adding some fresh herbs. How about you, Verta?
Yes, I love cooking with fresh herbs. Basil and sage are some of my favorites. So I will definitely add some basil and maybe just a pinch of sage.
Yes, sage is a strong herb, but it really is a beautiful taste. A lot of people use it in dressings. I'm just gonna cut my basil up and sprinkle it around. Now we could also put basil on at the end when it's hot and that heat is coming up from the flatbread, but I'm gonna put it on now. And I love the crunch of some nuts, so I am really piling it on here. I'm not gonna put a lot, but I'm gonna do some roasted pine nuts on mine because that's gonna give it a little more crunch.
And I love pecans and walnuts, and so I think I'll add just a little.
Nice. That is beautiful. I love the colors in that.
Oh, right. Reminds me of fall.
Yes, and that's so true. This season is time for our warmer foods. So these flatbreads are fabulous. And everybody in the family can pick out what they want on their flatbread. That's the nice thing.
That's a very nice touch.
All right, so we're gonna put them in the oven and we're gonna check them in about 15 minutes. We've been checking on our flatbread and it smells so wonderful.
Oh gosh, yes. Oh, I can't wait. It smells so delicious, Katey.
So ours took about 20 minutes, so we're getting ready to pull them out. Ooh.
Oh, yes.
I will pull yours yours out, and you can use your spatula. Careful of that hot pan. Oh my goodness, that's beautiful.
It is beautiful. That's mouth-watering, my goodness.
I'm gonna pull mine out. We're putting it on a cutting board so that we can cool it down a little bit, and then we can take our pizza cutter, and you can cut it any way you like. When I went to Charleston, they cut it in like long triangles, so I'm gonna try and mimic that. And also, we can still add to it. We have some arugula here that we can add to it, and balsamic, but we'll plate it up first. Oh, it's nice and crunchy. Listen to that.
Oh, yes. It is crunchy. Yes.
The smell. It is fabulous. Let's see. Oh, and those figs. And my onions caramelized even more.
Fruit here. My peaches, apples.
Oh, the peaches, yummy. They get softer when you cook them. They'll be nice and soft and sweet. Get my little fig there. And I'm gonna add some arugula. Maybe even on the side. We have lots of veggies, but it's nice to add that arugula. Now I could top it any way I want. You cannot make a mistake with this recipe. You know, it's a wonderful recipe in that whatever you do is gonna be what you like, and your whole family can pick and choose what they like.
Yeah, that's
Are we
what
ready?
I really love about it. You can just choose what you like.
Yes.
Some of your favorites.
Oh, I love the colors too. You know, we're supposed to eat a colorful plate, and that means we use the colors in the vegetables, the colors in the fruits, and the more colors we have, the more nutrients, vitamins. So we're ready to eat, aren't we?
Oh, yes, definitely. I can't wait to taste this delicious flatbread with this delicious fruits, nuts, herbs, just everything.
I think I'm gonna dig right in with my hand here.
And I'm going to join you, Katey.
That is wonderful. Crunchy.
Delicious, definitely crunchy, definitely tasty.
Wonderful meal. Thank you for joining us today. I hope you enjoy your flatbread. This is an awesome meal, like we said, very versatile. You can make it how you like it. Did you enjoy it?
Oh, enjoyed it so much. It's delicious and it's so easy. And I'm just thinking, Katey, of all the ways I can use this. Maybe as a snack, maybe an appetizer. Have some friends come over, family, and everybody choose their favorite items. I think it's a hit.
Yeah, I love it. And it's also something that could go on your charcuterie board. I love how it's sitting there and we cut it on the board. So
yes,
enjoy and join us next month for Taste of Hope.
Thank you. Yes, please join us again. Thank you, Katey.
You're welcome, Verta. It was fun to have you here in the kitchen.